Okay, so today I'm going to be using the Maybelline Super Stay Butter Skin Transforming Foundation. This is what it looks like. I have two colors. I got the two lightest shades, and this one being number 10, number 10 porcelain, and this one being number 15 ivory. So they're both these are the two lightest shades I was able to find. I think these are the lightest ones that they even make. Porcelain right here being much more yellow and ivory being much more pink. And neither one of these colors are, I would say, neutral. So I'm hoping that by mixing these two together, I can get my perfect shade. So that's what I'm gonna do. I have swatched them, and this one, the porcelain is okay. It's just a smidge light, and this one is just too pink for me. I am pink enough. I need to balance out my redness. If this is your first time to my channel, you'll know I have pretty uneven skin. It's red, it's blotchy. That's just how I roll. So I'll also be using my Real Techniques Miracle Complexion Sponge. This is my favorite if you don't already know that. I am obsessed with Real Techniques products. I also have the body one, which is just a larger one, which I have been straying away from using because I'm trying to use my small ones because they're so cute. But this is huge, y'all. This one's damp and this one's not, but look at that size difference. Look at that, isn't that crazy? Totally a different size. This one's definitely for the body. And then I also got this one, which is like the diamond shape one, which is so cute. I haven't used it yet, but it has all these like flat edges so you can get into all the little crevices, which is great. So today, I've already dampened my Real Techniques sponge. I'm trying to decide if I like the Cane+Austin prime+protect mattifying primer. This is what it looks like. I'm still on the fence about it. It is a nice primer, but I don't know if it's $56 worth. I mean, I feel like there's better, cheaper options, but I'm gonna just use it today and see what we think. It does have this little bit of a tint, which is, it looks way darker than it is, but on my skin, and I have really light skin, you can't even tell, and so like, it's not gonna affect most of y'all. So let me get my mirror out, sorry. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and just start putting this on. So see, let me just scooch forward a little bit. This is on my nose now, and you can't even see it, right? It does feel really nice on the skin, but I just don't know if it really does like that much of a good job like mattifying and making my pores disappear. A little bit goes a long way, I will say. Oh, I didn't do my Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water. Let me just spray some of that on really quick. I love that stuff. Just to give me a little bit of hydration. Lately, I've been really oily in my nose and my chin, but my forehead and like my cheeks right here have been painfully dry. I don't understand what's going on. I think maybe I'm just getting like mature skin. Oh my gosh, am I growing up? Okay, so I'm just gonna focus this like in my T-zone. I did go ahead and put this right here because I do have a lot of pores right here. And I do get oily, but not terribly there, thankfully. Don't mind my giant pimples right here and right here. I have one right here too, but it's not as obvious, thankfully. I usually just focus this in the center of my face, and I don't go all the way to like my hairline or my chin line, or my jawline. If I have extra, I'll just move it out. I'm not gonna waste it, you know? Okay, so now that that's dried down, you really don't use a lot. This is already damp. This dries down really fast, you guys, so you know, you don't have to wait too long. So I'm gonna take my two shades, this being ivory and this being porcelain, and I'm just going to squirt a couple on my hands and I'll show you. I'm just going to squirt one pump of each on my hands. Okay, so there's the colors. This is, number 10 porcelain right here. See, it's nice, it's like kind of yellow, and this one is number 15 ivory. I don't know what I would have called this, but I wouldn't have called this one ivory. It's too red. But this one I do agree is very porcelain. I think maybe porcelain would actually be a little bit lighter than this, and this one would be the ivory. This looks like a really dark, well for me, dark skin tone. So I'm going to mix these together. I'm just going to take this little pencil or brush that I have here that's like my catch-all. I'm just going to mix them together and see what we think. Might need to add a little bit more lighter. Okay, so that's what I came up with. That actually looks pretty good. I think I might go with that. So I just used one drop of each. This is probably going to be way too much foundation, but that's okay. So that's the color I have. I'm just going to take dots of it. I'm just going to dab it in my sponge and just start applying. I'll start on half my face so you can see the difference. Okay, so I just have a little bit on my sponge. Okay, so far it's going on like really nicely. I like the way this looks. I did actually get this one from Amazon. I got both of them from Amazon. I think it might actually be discontinued, which I'm sorry, that sucks. But I was able to prime the lighter shade porcelain, so it's still available out there. And I think I paid $8 or $9 for like a total of like $16 for both of them, maybe a little bit more for shipping on one of them because I bought it from a third party. I'm sorry, it covered too much of my chin there. I'm definitely gonna have too much, I think, but I don't know how full coverage this is, so we'll have to see. I might have to layer it up a little bit. So that is foundation on this side. Again, 1 pump of porcelain and 1 pump of ivory, and this side is without foundation. I like the coverage. It's a very natural finish. It doesn't even say on here. It does have SPF 15. Our first foundation for all day color wear with ACTYLC, known for its antioxidant benefits. Improves skin's look in 3 weeks, reduces the appearance of spots, bumps, dullness, and redness. Okay. So again, with foundation, a mixture of the 2 lightest shades and without foundation. I like the coverage. It's definitely nice. I might do a little bit more in my cheek area just because it is kind of a little bit of redness peeking through, but I'm going to go ahead and finish up my face and we'll see what the final look looks like. Okay, so this is the full face. It's all done. It's definitely a moderate coverage. You can still see a little bit of my redness showing through, but it's very like natural looking. Like it looks very toned down and I really like that about it. I have a little bit left on my hand, so this is about 2 pumps. This is 2 pumps and I have a little bit left. I haven't put any more on. I'm going to take what I have left and do a little bit more right here in my cheek areas and then right along my jawline because I get red really right here. I'm not going to put any more on my forehead or my nose or my chin because maybe a little bit on my chin, but I'm also going to use a little bit of concealer so I don't want to apply the too much thickness of product. Okay, so I really like how this looks. I used up all of it, all the 2 pumps on my hand. My pores look so small, like you can't even barely see them. The color blended beautifully. It dried down to like this nice matte, like a natural matte. It doesn't look flat. Like I have a little bit of a glow, which I'm not a big fan of, but whatever. I'm trying to be a bigger fan of it because it does look really nice when it has like that little bit of a glow. I like the coverage, definitely medium. It builds up really well. It's not showing any of my dry patches, which I'm all for. It's a great affordable drugstore foundation. Get it on Amazon. I can't find it in the store anywhere, so like that sucks. You may be wondering why I built up my foundation on my cheeks instead of just using concealer. For some reason, the Tarte Shape Tape does not agree with my cheeks. I cannot put it on my cheeks or I will be a hot cakey mess, and it like splits up. Like it looks like I have like all these cracks in my skin. I don't put it like on my cheeks. I might like blend it out a little bit, but I don't like apply it to my cheeks. I don't know if anyone else has this trouble. For some reason it just like seeps out around the cap and I hate that, but I don't actually ever open this completely. I just wipe off whatever's like right here underneath because otherwise I just keep wasting it. So here is the Tarte Shape Tape. I am using it in, is this in focus? Yeah. I'm using it in Fair. And then I changed some settings on my camera, so I'm trying to figure it all out still. I like the packaging, it's really cute. This is $27. But do you see what I mean? Oh, my eye's twitching. Do you see what I mean? It's just like all up in that cap right there. I hate that. So I'm just gonna take my finger and we'll wipe some of that off. Boop, boop, and go right under my eyes. See what I mean? I just do it like that. Okay, so this is what I do for my nose and my forehead. So I boop on my nose and I go up and then I just go on my forehead a smidge, a little bit right here, a little under my nose, and then just a dab or 2 on my chin. Nothing crazy. See how I don't put anything on my cheeks because that will not work for me. I will look like a mess later and I want to give this foundation a good solid shot. You know what I mean? I'm just going to start dabbing it out. Zoom in a little bit. Get right in the inner corner of your eye too. I also have some on my eyelids. Oh, I just touched my eye. Okay, and then my nose. This is like a highlight. I'm not trying to like cover anything. It's just more of a highlight. And then I get really red under my nose, and so that's why I'm doing it right here. And then my chin. Just make sure you want to highlight those high points of your face. And then I'm just gonna bring this down a little bit on my cheeks, whatever's left on my sponge. Nothing crazy. Again, I don't apply product to my cheeks. Some people do, like that's cool, like they do like the triangles, but I just personally can't do that on my skin. So that is the full face of Maybelline Better Skin and Tarte Shape Tape. I like the way it looks. It blended out really nice. My pores look super small. Like I can't even believe this. Oh, my foot is asleep, y'all. I can't even believe it. Like it looks so nice. So I'm really happy with that. Like I look a little bit pale, but I think it matches like really perfectly. I think it'll brighten up whenever I put some bronzer and everything on. So I'm gonna go ahead and set this. Ooh, what do I want to use today? Do I want to use Laura Mercier loose translucent loose setting powder or the Too Faced Peach Perfect Mattifying Loose Setting Powder? We're gonna use the peach. No. What did I use yesterday? Let's use the peach today. I love the way this smells. Okay. So we all know it has like the little cap which keeps it from spilling, and I just dumped some into my cap. It's this beautiful peach color. It just neutralizes like dark circles and everything. It's great for under the eye. Smells like heaven. Oh, I just want to like lick it. Get it in your mouth. It does taste good. I'm going to take the smaller side of my sponge, my damp sponge. This is where I was putting the foundation on, so I'm just going to switch it to the other side. And I'm going to dab in, get small side, dab into my powder, get some on there, and apply. The nose, I really shouldn't be dabbing this in yet, so I'm going to put a little bit more under my eye. It's kind of grainy looking today, so I want to make sure that this foundation stays. On the chin, upper lip, make sure you get your nose, and around your nose really well, because I definitely crease like right here, and it's not a cute look. I'm going to bring the powder down on my cheeks a little bit, because I want it to be like flawless looking. And this powder, oh god, it smells so good, will make you look poreless and beautiful. Wash your sponges regularly. I made that mistake. Foundation looked like crap and I had to redo it all. Oh, no, actually, that was when I was going to work. I couldn't redo it all because I was already running late. Isn't that nice? Okay, so you don't use too much. A lot of people use a lot more powder. I don't feel the need to do that. I don't bake, so I just set it on so that it is covering most of my foundation, and then now I just go in and I take my, oops, wrong side, take my sponge and I just dab it in. Make sure I could take whatever is like extra, just bring it down to like my chin line. Okay, so that is that. Let's see. Do you see how nice that looks? Oh, girl. Y'all, I have 0 pores. I'm loving this foundation, you guys. I know it's annoying because it's like discontinued, but buy it on Amazon immediately. Like, do it. Because damn, I'm gonna dust away the extra powder right now with my Girl Techniques powder brush, because this is the best brush. It is a dome. It's this beautiful, fluffy, oh, goodness gracious, I love it. Okay. So I'm going to be taking the Neutrogena Healthy Skin Blends bronzer. This is the color. It's a little bit dark, but if you use a light hand, it's really not that bad. It has this quad color right here that it supposedly matches every single skin tone. And I know Casey Holmes uses this, and she has much darker skin than I do. She's very tan. I'm going to take my Real Techniques blush brush. It's again fluffy. It has that like kind of domey pointed shape. It's very soft right here, but it blends it out really nice. I don't use this for blush, I just use this for bronzer. So I'm just gonna take a little bit and tap off the extra and just brush it in on my cheeks. See how nice that looks already? Just brings a little bit of dimension to your face, a little bit of warmth. Nothing crazy. So bronzy and beautiful, like you just came back from the beach, because y'all know I'm not coming to the beach. 1, I can't swim. I mean, I can, but like I'm not great at it. 2, I don't like to swim. I don't like the water. I don't like to be wet. Like I don't like when like condensation on my cups. I don't like to be in the, then if you're like in the pool and you get out and like stuff sticks to you, and like sand, and I'm like petrified of sharks. I just avoid large bodies of water. Make fun of me in the comments. I love this bronzer. I thought it was too dark at first, and when I first put it on, I had like the streak. I didn't blend it out very well. I think it was the brush. The brush hadn't really like, it was the first time I'd used the brush, first time I used the bronzer, and it was just a whole cluster of fail. I'm going to use the Catrice Prime+Fine Professional Contouring Palette in 101 Ashy Radiance. These are the colors that come in it. I love this color. So I'm going to take this and just go right in here. I'm using this Sonia Kashuk brush. It's just a small little dome. I also have the e.l.f. contour brush, which I also really love. This is that, and it has like this little thing. It's the e.l.f. Oh, it's, yeah, the e.l.f. contouring brush. But this one is the Sonia Kashuk. I got it in like a kit a couple years ago, so I have no idea what it's called. But look, it's the most beautiful brush. I can't bring myself to get rid of them. But there we go. So I'm just gonna dab a little bit onto my brush and then just circles into my hollows, whatever you call them, right here. Okay. See how nice that looks? It's just like a little bit of a shadow, just to, again, bring some more dimension to your face. Before I put blush on, I'm going to take my, again, Real Techniques. Shout out to Real Techniques. Hit me up. My Real Techniques stippling brush. You can see it's like definitely two different lengths. This is my favorite stippling brush, so I'm just going to blend this out a little bit just to make it less of a line for people. Next, I'm going to use some blush. I'm going to use the LA Girl Just Blushing blush in Just Natural. This is the color. It's this gorgeous peachy coral color. It's my favorite. It's a matte, no shimmer to it like my other one that I was using. I am taking the e.l.f. Professional Bronzing Brush. Right here, it's like an angle. It's very, very soft. And I just love it for blush. Tap it in, extra, just a little bit on there. See? And then just on the apples of my cheeks, and then bring it up my cheekbones. Okay. So there's that look. Okay, so there's that look. I'm going to take my stippling brush again and just kind of go right on my cheeks so it's not heavy, super heavy like right here. I don't like that look. I don't like you to be able to see like, oh, there's her blush and there's not her blush. You know what I mean? So I just kind of brush it out a little bit and just kind of blend it all together. I'm going to leave this brush out because I'm also, God, my foot's still asleep. I like literally can't feel my foot. Okay, I'm also going to take a little bit of this Smashbox Spotlight palette in Pearl. This is by Casey Holmes. Oh, I almost dropped it. Okay. It has this little mirror, which is really nice. So let's see. We have, let me just turn this over. Right here, we have Blow a Fuse Pearl, Crank It Up Pearl, and Turn It On Pearl. So this one is the lightest shade. This is darker. I like to mix these two together, and this one is very shimmery. You see that? So I try not to use this one unless I put it like right here and like when I'm going out. I'm going to be using, again, the Real Techniques setting brush. It's like this beautiful, it's like a little bit thin on one angle, like this way it's thinner, and then it gets wider, and it's again like the dual length, and it's just great. It's great for setting under your eyes, boop, boop. But I like it for highlighter. So I am going to take the two lightest shades here. Boop, 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 boop. So my brush. And highlight. Ooh, girl. I'm trying to be better with highlighters because I do actually like the way it looks. Look at that. And I just bring it around. Oh, Casey Holmes, you do good work, girl. It's like very subtle, but I like it. Actually, you know what? I'm going to take a little bit of this, turn it on pearl, because that's a little dreamy. I'm going to take a little bit on my brush. There's a lot of fallout, you guys, just so you know. And I'm going to just put a little bit right here, because I'm feeling a little bit extra today. I got a new car, and I'm turning in my old car today. I got my lease in Mazda, and I'm so excited to get rid of that car. Ooh, ooh. So I'm just going to take again my stippling brush, and I'm just going to blend this out a little bit so it's not like a stark line. There we go. Again, if you don't already know this, and you should, I use the Simple Micellar Makeup Removing Wipes. These are my favorite. They're a little bit pricey. It comes with 25. I think this is like $4 or $5. It is worth it. You only need one, and it does an amazing job. It takes off waterproof mascara, takes off brows, takes off everything, and it will do the job you need it to do. So this is the final look. I'm going to finish here. Oh, look at that highlighter. Oh yeah. So I'm going to finish up here. I am loving this foundation. I highly recommend it to you. If you don't already have it, get it. If you have it, tell me about it. What do you love about it? Do you hate it? Do you love it? Did you buy it before it was discontinued? Like, why did it get discontinued? I have no idea. Like, that's a major fail on Maybelline's part, if you ask me, because this is a gem. Like, it needs to be available for like years, because I already want to go buy out all of the porcelain and ivory bottles that they have. I never want to be without it. It is currently 11:35. Hopefully I can keep updating you throughout the day. Don't forget to subscribe before you go. Also hit the notification bell so you get alerts when I post new videos. Bye. What do you think of this foundation on my skin? It's Maybelline.
I thought you were born with it.
Hey guys, just wanted to give you an update on this foundation look, the Maybelline Better Skin Foundation. So I checked in, or originally put it on about 11:35. It is now 5:10, so it's been just under 6 hours. It still looks really nice, like the coverage is still really nice, and definitely like oily in my T-zone, which is expected. But overall, I'm still really happy with it. I can't wait to see how it looks throughout the rest of the day. I haven't really blotted. I looked a little bit at my nose right here. You can kind of see my pores are accentuated. But overall, it's not too bad. I like it. What do y'all think? I'm trying to update again at least one more time before the end of the day. So it's just a little after 9:30 now. It's been about 10 hours. I really liked how it held up. It actually still looks really, really good. A little bit of cakiness around my nose, but that's like my norm. I really like the coverage. Like, it's like a medium to full coverage. I think it will definitely build up if I needed it to. But what do y'all think? It's been about 10 hours. I might try it for work tomorrow just to see how it holds up. But overall, I'd say this is a win. If you don't already have it, I would get it. So I'm going to wash this all off, but definitely consider this one a win.